Hello.
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 Panelites.
Hello. Panelites.
Live stream.
Talking about panelites.
I said the right thing this time, Kyle. I didn't say podcast.
Dimitri's
With
upset.
Dimitri. He made it. I hear echoing.
Good
I
morning.
don't like
sir.
it.
Who's causing the echo?
Is it me?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Everyone
Minutes.
do
Someone's
check,
new, and now we're echoing.
check your echo. Is
Yeah,
it me?
that's probably me.
It is
I'm
me.
going to go with Welcome to Panelites Comic Book Livestream, where we talk all things comics every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Full house today with your host, Pierre. Hashtag Fortnite is life. As you can see in the back screen there, that is a Fortnite loading screen. Dimitri, who's been storing energy and is ready to blast off. I think. Jeremiah, who is got at least 2 long-winded rants in him.
Probably.
And Kyle, who did last week's episode alone and then added the clips of himself being alone. Overall, a sad experience. Sorry, I had to scroll
I
down for that
One of our better episodes, to be honest.
Because it was just me.
Yeah.
It was solid. It was solid. There are no mistakes.
Yeah.
That's
The solo episodes, Pierre's 2 weeks ago, yours last week, both. Mwah.
And no one talked over anyone. It was nice. It was just
Not
it was
today.
Just you. It was just you.
What?
I think Dimitri might have fixed this thing. So we are going to go right into the nerdy news. Update for Spider-Man 2 is coming in early 2024. New game plus, mission replay, ability to swap tendril colors, and ability to change time of day. Why didn't we get this at the beginning? It seems simple enough to have put it in the beginning.
At least they're
It
not going to
doesn't-
charge you for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least it's free. All right.
Yeah.
That would be a slap in the face. But yeah. So speaking of that, Insomniac got hacked and did not send 2 million without 7 days.
Within
They
7
were
days.
supposed to do a ransom.
Within.
There was a
Yeah, thank
ransom
you.
for $2
Thank
million. So
So before we go into all this, I want to just
I need to
preface-
auto check your notes, by the way, next time.
Oh, come on. I mean, if I'm writing them, someone got to at least proofread it.
well, you
So-
wrote a
Yeah.
goddamn novel this week, but go on.
It's going to be a long one. I hope everyone's ready. So let's just preface the leaks before we go into it with the simple fact that we don't support the hacking,
At
and
all.
we're only going to share them in the hopes that we're giving Insomniac free advertisement. Yeah, that's how I'm covering our asses. But yeah, we're gonna go into it because there's a lot of cool stuff. I'm actually excited for all of it. I hope all of it is true. So Pierre, give us the first leak.
New Ratchet and Clank game being planned. I haven't played one in a while.
They were my childhood. Ratchet and Clank, almost every single one of them, 1 had a sexual innuendo in the title, and 2 was amazing. Ratchet and
No.
Clank going commando.
Uh,
Ratchet and Clank up your arsenal.
mm,
Deadlocked is the only one that wasn't a sexual innuendo, but all of the titles of the sequels to Ratchet and Clank were sexual
that's
innuendos.
what you think. Actually, that's when you do the upside down, backwards. That's what that's called.
The upside down. Back.
When your leg falls asleep, you know?
Yeah. The strange.
Oh yeah.
I love Ratchet and Clank. So I hope we're getting a new one for sure.
Dimitri, can we get a
should get a new game? Just saying.
Spyro has a new game. Dimitri,
Yeah,
let's get
it's
a
called
mic
Skylanders.
check from you before Pierre continues. Get a
You're muted, my bro.
There it
Mic
is.
check.
Oh,
Okay. It's not great.
It's not great.
I'm gonna upgrade you. Don't you worry.
Oh.
I'm gonna upgrade you sooner than later.
Santa.
it sounds like you have a maraca in your speaker every time you talk. So it's kind of
Arguably-
nice, like a little sazon with your.
That's the
speech.
headset I use for Fortnite now with Pierre. They're old. Like me and him got them the same day. They're old headsets now, so it's fair.
I have a pair of headsets that I ordered that was on sale. So just we'll talk about that after. Speaking of leaks, 3 free DLCs for Spider-Man 2, Beetle, Extreme Carnage, and Spider-Verse Anomaly. These are
There's
noted.
actually
missions.
There was actually like art kind of like advertising them that was leaked.
Ooh.
Yeah, like unfinished, but it showed Spider-Gwen, it showed like a beetle, it showed like a little Spider-Verse thing, Carnage. Like it was very subtle and could have been scrapped. Like that's the other thing with these leaks. Some of it might just not be real crap, like just ideas that just
I would love Beetle to be a villain in a game, because no one gives a shit about Beetle.
Who is
Extreme
Beetle?
card. Beetle. Oh man, you had to ask me. I know his first appearance is Strange Tales 114. The character has evolved a lot. His daughter was in the Superior Foes of Spider-Man. She took up the mantle of Beetle. He's been Mach 1 through 6 with the Thunderbolts. He was originally a Human Torch villain, became a Daredevil villain, and kind of he's a C-lister, D-lister. He's been around a very, very long time. Why is his actual name escaping me? No, he is not. Oh yes, he is friends with Taskmaster.
Just good friends, like they go out to dinner.
Well, like I think he's built tech for Taskmaster before. I think he was once the man in the chair for Taskmaster. He's a great character. Why can I not think of his actual name?
I'll be honest, Jeremiah. No one actually cares his actual
I care.
I don't know
I'm
who
gonna-
this guy is, but I'm imagining just a man in a beetle suit, just walking around.
Man in a beetle suit.
That's what he is.
Yeah, he did use him as bait.
Okay, so not really friends.
Jenkins. Abner Jenkins. I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it too. Right on the tip of my tongue.
That character just got worse for me. So
like his original costume is so cool. His original costume is so dope.
What are the holes for in his?
I wouldn't call it cool.
To suck people up. This is his modern suit. That's his modern suit.
So he has holes on his hand too. What again?
Like suck people up. To like hold on to people.
Okay.
Like,
oh, right. Okay.
And fly away with
moving
them.
moving on to other things that hopefully don't suck. Venom's spin-off game will be next game to release and be short like the Miles game. Everyone will be playable. 2025.
I hope it's separation anxiety. I hope they like because they add like all the little symbiotes in this game. Granted, I have not played it. I've only watched gameplay. Make nods to all the symbiotes within separation anxiety, like Hybrid and Scream and all that. So I hope that they actually play a part in the Venom game.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Or if they just do Null.
Null
That'd
would
be
nice.
wild.
Null would be
That'd
nice.
be wild.
I mean, we got
I don't think-
references with like the wings, right?
I don't think we're ready for that in a video game, but like that would be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we are ready. I don't know. Hey, I mean, if he's gonna come to a movie, I guess we gotta get him in a game at some point, right? So who knows? Speaking of games that are coming again, Wolverine will be after that. Gameplay actually looks good. He's sniffing around, trying to get a drink with Mystique. Okay, I don't really know that note, but okay.
Yeah, that was the gameplay clip I saw.
There's a clip. It looks great. It's a mature rated game. I think that's what is being rumored or whatnot. If it is a mature rated game, I really want a reference to the Assad Ribic Wolverine cover. I think it's issue number 6. I really want a reference to that in this video game because I think it'd be funny. And so Kyle's gonna have to look that up later on the edit and be like, "What the fuck?"
Figure it out. I always do.
Yeah, I saw a lot of cool different gameplay. I guess I saw one where it was him as Patches. So
As Patch?
yeah, Patches. Yeah,
That'd be
Patch.
awesome if he's got like a Patch costume.
Yeah, no, I saw that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hope it's like a whole bunch of different Wolverines, you know, or like him through like his timeline.
Like the brown one.
The brown suit. Brown suit's best suit.
Oh, I was like the brown Wolverine. I wasn't familiar with him, so it's like,
Brown
okay.
suit, best suit.
They're doing a lot of different things, so maybe I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. After that, the Spider-Man 3 game will conclude the trilogy. 2018, that's going to be coming out. So,
2018?
Yep.
2028?
2028. Sorry. 2028. Yep.
See,
2028.
you
Yeah.
blame my
Weird.
notes, and then it's not my notes, and you mess it up anyway.
Well, that's the dyslexia kicking in. So
Now,
nice.
all this is speculation.
Likes your hat.
None of it is
Somebody
fully
does.
confirmed. I mean, we know we are getting a Wolverine game. That has been advertised that we are getting a Wolverine game.
Mhm.
When we're getting a Wolverine game, not 100% sure. This leak definitely has some credibility behind it.
Yeah, I think it said 27.
Also, there is no, to my knowledge, I mean, the leak is the only known information of the Venom game. They haven't advertised a Venom game at all. So I wouldn't get my hopes up terribly high for that. Just on the off chance that it gets scrapped or whatnot, and for legal reasons, this, that, and the other. This is all speculation. But aren't we supposed? Isn't there a rumor that we're getting something else as well?
I think it's next on the list.
I think it's next on the list here.
Is it? Oh. And lastly, all the way in 2030, an X-Men game. Insomniac has the rights for X-Men games till 2035, meaning all PlayStation exclusives. Is it just X-Men? I thought it was all Marvel that they have.
No, it's not all Marvel
apparently.
because Midnight Suns it is on multiple consoles.
Well, that game sucks, so that's okay.
You never played it.
Can we get another X-Men Legend? Like, I would love for a modern X-Men Legend, like a legit good X-Men Legend. That'd be a really, really fun game. Or do the classics. X-Men Legend, you basically got to three different choices of being a mutant with you could upgrade to different powers and whatnot, but you weren't a part of the team really, or towards the end game you were. But like to be your own mutant and like choose. There's so many teams now. There's Team Gold, there's Team Red, there's Team Blue. So I think they could do a really good job in you designing your own mutant with more than 3 options for powers. And then you can go and decide what team you're going to be on, this, that, and the other. You think it'd be a team-based game? Possibly. We haven't had a team-based X-Men. Well, like the last team-based game would be Ultimate Alliance. And Ultimate Alliance 3 was a Switch exclusive, which I have. And it is very confusing to me, although I've played probably through half of it. I would love a better Ultimate Alliance. Those team games were so freaking great. I would like it to be the side-scrolling. I'll throw it back to the side-scrolling Nintendo Sega game, because that game was my childhood as well.
Oh yeah,
where you had to soft reset your system to get through a goddamn level.
The arcade one though, that's the real one.
Yeah,
the original. I can't
OG
find the
arcade.
What is it, ROM? Whatever. I can't find
ROM.
that. Yeah.
If I ever own a store, I will have the 6-player X-Men game in it. That's one of my goals.
I think with the Spider-Man game, they did a good job of certain scenes where you were Miles, but Spider-Man, Peter Parker, was still running around, like, and you were fighting together. So they were, I think doing that with the X-Men, I feel like now they know kind of their rhythm on how to make things work. So it could be a cool scene where you're controlling Cyclops and then Wolverine is running across the scene, or like you click whatever, you hold triangle, and now you guys are doing like a team attack, on someone.
Yeah, very similar to Ultimate Alliance. I don't think anyone would play as Cyclops, unfortunately. So
he was good in the arcade game.
He was great in the arcade game. Nightcrawler was the best, though.
Yeah. Well, they give you the main characters that we want,
Yeah. Colossus would be cool to just be a tank. Storm, just pick people off from afar. Yeah, it'd be dope. Well, we'll see what happens, because there's no announcement of it. This was all.
It might not
coming
happen
from
at
the
all.
rumor.
So
Yeah, but I mean, Insomniac, if you want to take our ideas, go ahead.
yep, definitely. And don't cancel us. Let's keep going. Speaking of things that we get canceled for, not really. I was just thinking about the last word, but James Gunn says there's too much cameo porn. So
I agree.
I agree. Yeah, I do agree. It's definitely
All
a
the
thing.
rumors with Deadpool 3, one of two things is going to happen. It's going to be the most expensive cameo-ridden movie ever, or we're going to be disappointed with all the cameos we were promised and we're not going to get.
Well, it's the same thing that
Yeah.
happened with Multiverse of Madness and like I think a few other movies already that they were like, oh, these guys are all coming, and like a lot of it's just built up from us, like people just commenting and making things up, and it just going and going. Not us. I'm saying
Well,
like
we
the
are
people.
part of the problem.
We are the
the
problem.
people. Yeah.
Speaking of
So-
cameos, it's the problem. It's us. Taylor Swift as
Yeah.
Dazzler. Anyone?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's still coming.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, and then what was it? Bad Bunny is going to be the luchador. What's his
Yeah,
name?
the wrestler.
No, it's
Yep.
it just comes down to if the cameo is like purposeful.
Yeah, Ben Affleck putting on the Daredevil suit again would be cool. I would be okay with that.
But is it necessary
It is.
Right.
for that
It
movie?
is necessary. He can't retire from superhero movies as Batman.
Retires
Okay, you're
as
gonna-
Daredevil.
Make it like sports.
Yeah, he's gonna sign the contract for one day.
Yeah. I'll take that. Speaking of things James Gunn says, he says it was Matt Reeves' idea to keep the Batman universe and DCU separate.
Oh, Matt Reeves is stupid then. No, I don't.
I
feel
agree.
It's necessary.
No, see, here's the thing. I think Gotham, and I'm appreciative of the fact that we're gonna get two separate universes for this reason. Gotham itself, I feel like, is its own universe. And in Harley Quinn, I think it's Harley Quinn. I forgot what show pokes fun at it because it's just like, oh, it's just super dark all the time in Gotham. And like you hop out of Gotham and like everything's sunny, but like you flying into Gotham, it's just like dark and dreary immediately. Like, so I feel like it's its own universe. And I feel like seeing Matt Reeves make his Batman and his characters will be good to just get that. And then seeing Batman, another Batman fighting in our Justice League and stuff like that would be cool too. I would definitely live in Gotham. Rent is like $100. 100%. I don't even think you have to pay rent, to be honest. I think it's squatters'
find
right
an empty
in
room.
Gotham. Yeah, wherever you find, and if 9 out of 10, you're probably gonna end up being someone's henchman. So I think that's the going job in Gotham is henchman or corrupt political party. So that's basically it. Along with Matt Reeves, he is also producing the Arkham show, which is part of the DCU. So Matt Reeves is still there. He's still doing his thing. And Arkham, I don't know.
That's confusing though,
Yeah.
because we're gonna have a vibe similar to the Batman, and that show is not connected to the Batman.
Right.
It's a pass
I
for
still
me.
want it. I
Nope.
still want it.
I don't
I
want
think
it.
it's still going to be good. I hope we get a Croc that actually looks like Killer Croc and not just
Yeah.
a guy with
Scales on his face.
skin issues. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's just, didn't do it for me. Speaking of Batman, it's just Batman Day. Alan, I love this news, by the way. Alan Richson wants to play Batman in James Gunn's DCU.
Can you see Thad Castle as Batman? That's the real question.
100%. If you dye his hair black, I saw people commenting he's blonde. Batman has black hair.
Val Kilmer's
like-
Batman was blonde.
I listen. I agree with the people. I want the black hair Batman. I think it's just the comics is just stained that in my head that he has black hair. But why can't you just dye his hair? Just call it a day. It's not
Yeah,
that
I mean, I'm
difficult.
fine with it. I think he'd be a great actor. I've seen him in serious roles. He can play it really well. He could be a fucking psychopath. So that
Yeah.
that fits.
He was in Teen Titans. He did a superhero
He was in
in
Smallville.
that.
He was
Okay,
Aquaman.
he's in Smallville.
He was an Aquaman in Smallville. Yeah.
And they're gonna do that thing that I was talking about, where it's like double dipping,
Yeah. So
all on purpose.
he can't
I think-
retire as
I think
Aquaman.
he needs it. If he comes in as Batman, I feel like he's old and he looks like old enough to be almost like a mentor figure in the Justice League. You know, like he's almost like this wise.
Grizzled? Are you calling him grizzled?
Yeah.
You can say grizzled.
He's hot. Let's go. Let's do Alan Richardson. Let's fucking
I'd
go.
do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's a pass for me.
How's it a pass for you? Because you're tiny? Is that why? Are you afraid?
I don't like him. I don't like him.
No,
pick.
Kyle wants him to be fat. He wants representation. And he's not getting it.
Ben Affleck.
I
is
agree. I don't think he works as Batman. He works as something else, but he doesn't work as Batman.
What do you want him as,
Who does he work
Aquaman
as?
again?
TBD.
Actually,
I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I think he deserves a superhero role.
Yeah.
But
Well, he deserves bank is what he deserves. Depends on how he gets it is completely up to him.
I can see him as Aquaman if they go like more traditional Aquaman,
Yeah. Take off
but
his
like
hand.
still make him badass. Yeah, that Aquaman, not
Traditional.
like traditional Aquaman.
Traditional
Yeah.
Aquaman. Yeah,
Traditional Aquaman that's been through some shit.
traditional.
He could
Yeah.
be a buff penguin. He could be. I hope we
Could
get
be a buff penguin.
Clayface. Speaking of buff people, I just feel like
How, like, I would be fine with
When you
Clayface.
get there.
How the hell are they going to do it? Is it all going to be CGI? Is it going to be practical effects?
I was
That's
just
gonna
thinking
be
of
hard to
him
pull
and
off?
how I could see him being like a Clayface, you know? I don't know.
Okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow
no,
it.
pass.
Isn't John Cena supposed to be something? Is this in our news too? Did we talk? There's
I
John
didn't miss
Cena news
anything.
too.
It's
There,
in there. I
there's
didn't miss
so much
anything.
news. It's probably buried.
We're gonna keep going. We're keeping it DC. Charlie Hunnam,
Hunnam,
he's the biker guy. Everyone knows him. He was
Sons of
a
Anarchy.
guy. He was a
Jax.
Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, he was offered the role of Green Arrow and he turned it down. And he's probably living in regret.
I mean, I'd like him as Green Arrow, but I don't think he's going to regret turning down the role of being saddled to multiple movies and maybe not them panning out like Justice League did. I think it's going to be okay. I think he'll be okay. But since he's out as Green Arrow, who do we want as Green Arrow?
Let's open that to the community, and we'll come back to it at the end. Circle back,
Robert
guys.
Downey Jr.
I think for this actor, Green Arrow was a better possibility if we were still in the Snyderverse. Being that
Yeah.
he's moved on to Rebel Moon, but now, no.
Yeah, he would have fit that
Ah.
universe for sure.
So I would want him to play Ghost Rider in Marvel.
So you're typecasting him as a biker.
Yes.
But
Okay.
Danny Ketch or Johnny Blaze?
Here does another difference.
Johnny Blaze
It's
and Danny Ketch. I would make the other biker from Walking Dead.
Norman Reedus?
Yeah. Just
it's funny you
That's
mention
what
that
they-
because a lot of
That's really
a
bizarre.
lot of actors at the same time came out and said they want to play Ghost Rider.
And Norman
but
Reedus
that's
was one of
later
them.
in the notes.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was one of them.
So moving on, we're talking Marvel now. Marvel settles legal battle for Spider-Man. Doctor Strange writes. Spider-Man
Everyone
and
mute-
Doctor Strange writes.
Everyone
Sorry.
mute themselves except Jeremiah.
No, you don't need to move yourself. It's not going to be
This
a
is
huge
from
rant.
Steve Ditko's estate.
Yeah, so
and,
Steve Ditko's
Jeremiah
estate-
will take us home.
Steve Ditko's estate was going after his proper royalties, is all. Occasionally, when a character is created and there's some fuzzy business when it comes with that, Marvel actually has to purchase his character outright. And this has happened a few times. So the Ditko family estate actually found kind of a loophole to where they would get a little extra more money for all the stuff that Ditko had done. And Marvel I don't know if they happily paid it, but they paid it regardless. The man got his bag. He deserves his bag for everything that he did. So I'm very happy that the Ditko estate is keeping on. And Pierre just decided to go play Fortnite while I was trying to explain the ins and outs of comic book royalties. So yeah, the Ditko estate got more money, which is wonderful. They deserve it by all means. So
Hell yeah.
Let's go. I wish I knew enough about that stuff, but even you explaining it wouldn't do it for me because I'm just so out of the loop when it comes to legal stuff of that. But go Ditko, go sports. That's all I like to say.
go team.
Go team. Go comics. Razor, an original character from DC's GL the animated series,
Green
has
Lantern.
made his oh yeah. Made his I feel like Ron Burgundy made his debut in Green Lanterns issue number 6.
Go buy it, scalpers. It's gonna be
I'm mad
a
about
$1 million
this.
book.
I'm mad about
You
this because
think?
I already scalped it.
You already scalped it?
No, so there's I think it's number 8. There was a comic adaptation of the animated show, which wasn't actually an adaptation. It was like its own side stories. And he showed up in that comic slightly different than the TV show. And I have that, and I have it signed. And now that he's shown up in canon
For real.
DC Comics, what I have, no one cares.
Yeah, it's his first cameo.
Right.
Damn.
That book probably
So
fell
this is
right
very-
off.
So this is very similar to Harley Quinn. Am I right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Here's my fun fact about the first appearance of Harley Quinn. You ready for
Let him
this?
cook.
You ready for this? Harley Quinn, everyone knows her first appearance to be Batman Adventures 12. But it's technically not. It's technically a cassette comic. So it was a comic that came with a cassette read-along called Batman Lock 'em Up. And that came out 3 months before Batman Adventures 12, and Harley Quinn is in that because it's directly based off of the animated series.
Question.
Yes.
Does that go for more or less than
It goes for less, but it's not cheap.
okay? So it's kind of like the previews book. that
Yes,
has
it's
Miles'
the
first
previews
appearance.
Miles, essentially. But like you have to get it with a cassette as well. So like the blister pack, it comes in a blister pack. So if the blister pack is beat up, it's obviously less. If it's missing the cassette, it's obviously less. So like there's different layers to it than just the Batman Adventures 12. So everyone just goes with the Batman Adventures 12 because it's actually a comic. But the read along is a comic book. It's just not shaped like a comic. It's a read along book. So yeah,
The
there's your
shape is-
fun Harley Quinn fact of the day.
As long as mine's still worth more, I'm happy.
Yes, yours is definitely worth more.
I definitely bought a comic book at one point that was like Harvey Dent's daughter and the Joker's daughter, or something like that. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was, but it was.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that the actual?
That's a dollar bin book.
Are you
Okay.
talking about like the one that came from New 52 or the Batman family from the 60s?
It's like an old one where it's just like she's on
Oh.
the cover, but she's like just looks like the Joker, but a girl.
Yeah, the Batman family. So that's actually that is Harley Quinn. No, that's the Harlequin. That's the Harlequin.
Harlequin, right?
That's
Yeah,
the Harlequin. Yes,
Yeah.
that is a nice
have that
issue to
book.
have. It is a nice. I'm proud of you. I am proud of you for
Good job.
collecting.
I
there.
dabble in some old stuff. I do dabble.
Which we're going to talk about later, which might be a mistake. Stay tuned for that. There's a big scandal happening right now, everyone.
I'm so excited for that one because I was so confused. I need you to break it down.
Oh, it got worse since we talked about it.
Really?
I love it.
Okay.
Yes, it's gotten worse since we've talked about it. So
So let's keep going through the news because we still have a lot of news to cover here.
so much
So,
news to cover.
It was a big week. Ryan Coogler will be involved with the Eyes of Wakanda series. You know what that means? Do you guys know
Could
what
be.
that means?
It's gonna be good.
It's coming back. It's time. It's time for Wakanda. So we're gonna have a great time with that, I think. Where's it going? I guess Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
I'm asking like I wouldn't know where it would go. Yeah.
My Disney Plus, which I pay for.
You can use mine, Pierre. I don't mind.
Oh,
Don't help him.
well, there you go. This April, Cody Ziegler and Roger Antonio launch a new comic book run of Deadpool. All right.
I might actually put Deadpool on my pull list for the first time ever.
Have you read
Yeah.
anything of Cody?
Yeah,
Jeremiah?
yeah. I read his Spider-Punk run, and I've gotten the majority of the Miles run.
Oh, okay. Proud of you. Appreciate
I
that.
just
No.
I don't jerk off to Miles like you guys do. So
Oh.
I enjoy Miles for who he
Jeez.
is, but like I still
Miles-
go home tonight. I still go home at night to Peter. Like
Miles paid off my car. So
true. Yeah, and the butt in the oven has a nice little chunk for a college fund because of Miles. So
yeah. So I'm
Going-
excited for this.
yeah, I think he can nail it.
Oh yeah. He's easily one of
I
my
hope-
top writers right now.
Will it like be like a beginning for Deadpool? Like I know we don't
No.
necessarily need that, but like I
It's
want it
not
to
an
just be like
origin.
something where it's like I just want to be able to jump into something. Like
It
Hulk
looks
almost
like he's
feels
gonna
so
be-
different, you know.
It looks like he's just going to be thrown into the deep end, and Bob's there, and he's killing AIM agents. Like just with the one cover that's been released so far, it looks like it's going to be a fun
Gotcha.
time right out the gate.
Cool.
So
Awesome. Also in April, Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider, new ongoing by Stephanie Phillips and Chris Campagna.
with cover by Mark Brooks, that looks fucking dope.
So that's going to be big. Stephanie Phillips, even like the little things that she's been on have been great. So
Yeah, no.
she's
April
a very good writer.
That's 2 big books for April. That's like instant pull list for me. So that just like bumps up everything.
Yeah. No, so I'll put my first Spider-Gwen book that I actually pick up. I've never read
Okay.
any of her books, so
Interesting.
we'll see.
You'd
Yeah.
like the
see
main
kinda how that goes.
original first run. You would really
the
like just
5-issue radioactive Spider-Gwen. Yeah, that'd be fun. You'd like that.
because
Hmm.
Pierre's really into like alternate, and that really,
That's where you get introduced to Matt Murdock.
yeah.
All right. Oh, no, I'll definitely check it out. Another book coming out in July is From the Ashes. New X-Men titles. New X-Men title coming.
Thank you,
What? From
Zeke.
the Ashes? What is that?
So it's just a little promotion. Just-
Yeah. There was also there's going to be a Wolverine book. I don't think I saw it in the notes, so I'll just mention it here. We're getting a team of Wolverines, including Jane Howlett from Universe 10193, I think.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, we're getting Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, Jane Howlett, who this will be her first appearance, and a few other Wolverines. So I mean, if you're on the mutant bandwagon, next year is going to be fun. There's lots of mutants, getting lots of
Is
mutants.
it
already
like,
started.
Yeah, it already started. Yeah, so Weapon X is.
Is
the
it like
same.
If you
what
haven't picked this
Jane
one up.
Foster got adamantium and healing abilities?
What if Jane
Or is
Foster
Jane-
got adamine?
Yeah, like is that who it is, or
Oh,
is Jane
that's-
Howlett an actual person?
No, she's never appeared before, but that might be her origin. Dimitri just might have called his shot. It might be
You're welcome.
Jane Foster.
There is an old comic with a gender swap Wolverine.
Oh yeah, Logetta.
We'll get it. Only
It's-
you.
It's what the issue 133
Who the
with
fuck would know that?
Logetta.
I like how I pulled like this little bit of information. He just stampeded on it with the issue number.
Yeah. It's page 3 in that book. Like,
Panel 7.
right.
Zeke, I want to acknowledge your comment. So yeah, but if you really like it, I might have a workaround. It'll be, basically this, an audio version, but I can do it if you want. You let me know. Not a big deal.
Or just do what I do and just play the YouTube while you're driving. Just,
That's not
not
dangerous.
not holding it, like put it on on your seat.
If you get YouTube Premium, you can turn the screen off. So Not
There you
distracting.
go.
Yeah, but I don't want.
Or
I
you
don't-
put it
I
in-
don't pay for more things. I can.
Or you
make
can
it
do it
up.
when you can put it in your instrument cluster. Just like sit it right there.
I will give
That's
up
definitely
every
not dangerous.
streaming service before I give up my YouTube Premium.
Really.
Strictly because A, I watch way too much YouTube, and B, ads.
Mm.
Ads are
No.
annoying.
So,
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Still hate that title. Will start new trilogy set 300 years after Caesar's death. Kyle, take it over from here.
So I got a lot of hate last time I spoke poorly about this movie. And by this movie, I mean the trailer and my lack of excitement for the lack of clothing that the apes were going to be wearing. So this has me feeling a little better, especially with the idea that this is starting a new trilogy. Like, yes, it's connected to the others, but you don't necessarily need them because I wasn't necessarily a fan of them. And if this is 300 years after Caesar, Caesar should already kind of have like that Jesus Christ kind of status amongst the community.
mhm.
So I'm more so into it now. That means this is the very beginning of like real society.
Yeah,
He's
Kind of
backpedaling. He's
almost
backpedaling
a
on his comments from
better
last week.
prequel than the other prequels. So
I am backpedaling. I'm changing my tune. This alone was enough to be like, okay, if this is the
hate
start
got
to
to
get
him,
where I
guys. The
want,
hate got to him.
it didn't. It didn't.
now, does this put
Maybe.
Planet of the Apes as the franchise with the most individual movies?
As far as because, well, it's been rebooted. This is the third reboot, and technically, this is like a soft reboot due to the time jump.
Yeah, I don't think it's a reboot though. I think it's a continuation.
Yeah, so if you're
So that would put it at what? This would be the 13th movie?
trying to think, what else? Exorcist had a few, was rebooted once. Yeah, no, 13 might be. You might be right. That might
Yeah.
be the number. Trying to think what else there could.
Because the only one I think
Star
that doesn't
Wars?
count is the Tim Burton.
No, Star
Wouldn't
Wars.
Star
doesn't have-
Wars.
Star Wars is at 9.
No, well, you have Rogue One. You have the
So 10.
spin-offs.
Yeah.
Was there another one? Solo.
It's long.
No, you might be right. It might be Planet of the Apes.
For
I'm-
now.
a lot
I'm
of
curious.
monkeys.
Which I love Planet of the Apes. So let's go.
Do we?
Zira got shot down as a
Apes.
middle name for incoming child. Was displeased about that. Zira's the
You were
lady.
gonna name him Zero? Oh, that's
The
okay.
lady.
So you were gonna name your human baby.
Middle name.
Okay.
I
all
wanted
right,
Zira. But got shot down.
So,
glad it got
this,
okay.
this is a
Got down.
mild tangent. No, not expecting at all. But Maria, my wife, wants, if we have a boy, the middle name to be something. My wife wants the middle name to be something, and I refuse to allow it until I get permission. She wants it to be Paulo. She wants it to be Paulo. So
When
Because
you
of
ask
Paulo?
permission, I would like to be there because it's going to be a unique reaction. And it's 50-50.
I mean, yeah,
Gonna be odd.
he doesn't own the rights to the name, obviously, but
No,
everyone will know, like, the thread, how we
Yeah.
got there. So, Luca Paulo is what she wants if we have a boy. So if
I
we have a
like it,
child.
and I really worry for how this conversation is going to go with Paula. But to Kyle's
Moving
point,
on.
film it, and we
Legal
want to. We need
do
the
not
footage.
clip this, you motherfucker.
We need the footage, and actually, guys, we're gonna clip this, and we're gonna make sure we tag Paolo in it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good move. Next up, a
Can
new
we-
One Piece
can we-
anime, the One Piece.
What? What? Dimitri?
I'm sorry. After this, can we jump to the CGC thing?
Yeah, I'll love to talk about that.
No, not trying to like jump, but I don't know. Just a thought.
Do it.
All right, so
But this thing
So-
first. What you were talking about first. I'm sorry.
That's it. A new One Piece anime, the
3,
One
2, 1,
Piece,
go.
is in the works. Uh, I don't know if he's on a delay or not. A new
I think he's
One Piece
fucking with
anime. The One Piece is in the works on Netflix.
Yes.
All right. Moving on to one of the biggest scandals that has rocked the comic book industry in a long time, and it is still developing. And to my knowledge, CGC has not released a statement on this. So this harkens back to the detective of it all, 9.9 newsstand on Instagram. Manu, amazing part of the community, amazing dude. And being a comic book fan, there's a lot of niches that you can kind of fall into. You can be obsessed with Batman Beyond and try to have a whole Batman Beyond collection. And in doing so, you fall into that niche of anytime he shows up, you need to get it. Well, there's a big niche within the comic book community for Mark Jewler's variants. And what a Mark Jeweler variant is from 1971 until 1994. A company named Mark Jewelers had a partnership with Independent News and National PR article. Well, they would actually have an insert in the middle of the comic book that was released around military bases. So it would be for military people to be able to buy jewelry for their loved ones back home. And these inserts are really, really hard to find. They're only in about 2% of any print run from comics in that era, from 1971 to 1994. 1971 to 1994, there's a shit ton of key issues. So if you have a key issue with a Mark Jewelers in it, you increase the value quite a bit. And if it's in really good shape, you increase the value exponentially. So this whole investigation started a few days ago when a CGC 9.8 Amazing Spider-Man 252 Mark Jewelers sold at auction. It sold at auction for $15,700. Now, if that book was in a 9.4, that's a $3,000 book, a 9.6, maybe $6,000 book. Being in a 9.8 is huge because, again, these were around military bases. They weren't stored properly. They most likely weren't put into like backstock. Mark Jewelers are hard enough to find, let alone in good shape. When the sale happened, 9.9 reached out to the seller and they had a long conversation about it. But he noticed it on Go Collect because Go Collect tracked the sale of the barcode that was related to the book on CGC. And the last time that book sold was for $2,000, $2,300 or something. And so he went back to look at that listing. And what he saw was it was a newsstand 252. No Mark Jewelers. So what the seller was claiming was that he bought it for the 2,000, noticed that the Mark Jewelers was inside of it, because you can see a Mark Jewelers from the outside of a slab, and then resubmitted it into CGC to get a custom label and to get the notation that had a Mark Jewelers insert. Except no, the book was 100% switched out. He cracked the case, sent it in for a damaged reholder, but he cracked it enough to be able to slip out a book and slide in a new one. So, and the 252 was not a 9.8. It was a 9.4, 9.6, maybe even a 9.2, depending on a bad day. It had a pretty nice ding. But there are pictures online. You can compare the two books from the previous sales. The wrap is all wrong. There's no way it was damaged in shipping that way. It is a completely new book, especially with the printing of the book itself. So fast forward to last night. Last night, a New Mutants 98, CGC 9.8, newsstand Mark Jewelers sells for $12,700. Same situation. Barcode, same exact as a CGC 9.8 New Mutants without a Mark Jewelers. Same seller. This guy get lucky twice? I don't think so. And so a bunch of stuff is being called into question. How did he get away with this? Does he have a man on the inside? And as we were talking, as we've been doing this podcast for 45 minutes, more news has dropped on it. He has a Hulk 181. Is it complete? Does it have the Marvel value stamp? Because if it doesn't, it's a green label. But if he buys a green label, cracks a blue label, slides in the green label, but does not break the middle capsule, they're not going to open it up and check for the Marvel value stamp. CGC needs to address this. This is a huge deal. We're talking grand larceny levels of money difference. Is it a niche market with Mark Jewelers? Sure it is. But this guy is taking advantage of people, and he shouldn't be. Anyone can fall victim to this. My advice to you is advice that's been going around a lot in the last few days. Buy the book, not the grade. If you really, really want a book, if you see it in a slab, question it a little bit now. It's insane right now what's going on. Manu, thank you for the work that you're doing, because we all need to be made aware of this, because mistakes are happening and people are being hurt. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, I'm not able to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a comic, but it still sucks for the community. The best example that I can give is like you and Dimitri had the same exact book, signed, graded. Dimitri's was a 9.6 and yours was a 9.8. If you cracked his 9.6, slid in your 9.8, or no, backwards. If you cracked your 9.8, slid in his 9.6, got a reholder, and then resubmitted your book to get a 9.8, boom, free grade bump.
Right.
And that's how many thousands of dollars difference?
Oh, it's like 10, 15 grand different.
Yeah. So like
Probably more.
It's very troubling. It's very, very troubling. CGC, I don't believe, has addressed it yet as of time of this recording. I really hope that they do, because it is something that needs to be talked about. I think the bubble with inside the slab now is going to be serial numbered. That's the best way to do it. That's the best way to have a serial number on that bubble that matches the actual slab. So if anyone tries to replace a book that is still in the bubble, because they won't regrade it if it's still in the bubble, they can't get away with this stuff anymore.
You might just solve the problem, Jeremiah.
This was an idea that was spat out the other night, but it's the best case scenario. Just having, because like an older slab, you can take off the flip, you can take off the grade and just submit the bubble. The newer slabs, the flip, the label, is attached to the bubble. So by cracking that, it's scary. It is scary, scary stuff. If you're a high roller, if you're saving up for that big book, if you want a Hulk 181, buy it raw. Buy raw now.
Yeah. At least just for now. So yeah, until they come up with something.
Yeah.
In some regards, it's more exciting anyway, buying a raw book and, going through the whole process of grading it yourself, and it's hopefully you've read the book and it's has some sentimental value aside from just the monetary value, or
read your comics, Pierre.
We're
Or
here for money.
you could be like Pierre and give me a pile and be like, just handle it. And make me submit them.
Look how nice they look.
How many
They
of
look
those did I
beautiful.
submit? 2? 3 Well, no, one of them's going to
Maybe
be
more.
mine one day. That one on the right is going to be mine.
Wait, so is that a legit Uncanny 266?
Which one's that one?
First Gambit?
Oh yeah. That's what do you mean? Is it legit?
Is it a facsimile or is it an actual?
No, it's a legit one, but it's not a newsstand. Sorry.
So it's direct.
You're right. It's
Okay,
direct,
yeah.
but it's legit.
So
it's definitely.
It holds value.
this guy did the same thing with a Mark Jewelers 266 as well. So a 266, a 252, a Secret Wars, and a New Mutants 98 all have been.
So he he
figure it
probably did it with a newsstand one. I would.
Yeah,
assume.
you have to because
'Cause this
Marculars
one's
were
not that
only
much.
newsstands.
This one's like 700, I think.
What grade is it?
9.8.
Oh yeah, then yeah, that's a big book.
Yeah. Is that
I
that's
bought
probably
my
your
copy.
higher end one?
Yeah, I bought my
not what?
copy of that book for $1.50.
Really?
That's awesome.
Damn.
I wonder if that's your highest end book, Peter.
It
I don't know.
has to be. Nothing else up there is close to that. Not
Def-
only because
Batman Beyond.
9.8, that book in a 9.8 is so hard. That book in a 9.8 is so difficult because of the top cut of that book, because where the uncanny gets cut off.
Oh,
That book
I
is
know.
so hard to grade.
I have a whole other bunch of books in there, but I just don't take them out. I got to switch them out at some point. Anyways, speaking of the news, Marvel news, and we're gonna have to like run through it quick, I think, because we're getting to that hour.
Yeah, I
But,
still got to
um,
talk about my collection stuff.
I mean, we might have to have an extra long episode. If everyone's good with that. Maybe a little extra long one.
Let's go. Marvel drops Jonathan Majors. Following, you two guys thought we weren't gonna cover this. You thought we weren't gonna cover this? It's right here, baby. Marvel drops Jonathan Majors following guilty verdict for harassment and assault. Could face a year in prison. I don't think he's gonna see any jail time at all. But his career is definitely done. I don't think he's gonna be picked up by really anyone.
No
at
one
this
is
point.
happy about this. We are not happy that Jonathan Majors was found guilty. It is unfortunate that it even happened.
I mean,
He deserves what is coming to him.
yes.
I have thoughts.
I mean,
not like thoughts like you know, right or wrong. I just have thoughts of like, give me like a minute. I'm so sorry. But like, have any of you watched Succession?
yes.
Okay. You know, like the son, the older son? I'm going to spoil a lot of it, but I've never watched it. I've only seen the clip on TikTok and it like had like a visceral reaction to it. You know the scene where, you know, the son takes the wheel and there's a huge accident, the son takes the wheel. The really bad scene. You go into the water
Mhm,
and there's a struggle. and within the struggle, he kind of pushes the son away and gets out.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
I'm not saying
That's-
right or wrong. I'm not saying
That's
any of that. But that's there's a
hmm.
I'm not
Anyways,
absolving anyone, but I'm just saying that's
I
a
don't- yeah, I don't know if we're the ones to definitely cover that. That's an
no.
interesting thought. I mean, my overall thought is like, we're mad that the talented person in the situation is the one that was found guilty. Let's just say we hope and are happy that, you know, there was justice to the
Justice.
situation. Not that we're not mad that the talented one. We weren't hoping it was the non-talented one.
Absolutely.
For selfish reasons, we were hoping that the right thing
happened.
occurred here. But yeah, MCU is screwed. Like,
Recast.
they're really
So-
screwed.
So are we
Definitely
recasting or are we moving past?
There
Which
were
would you
recasting.
prefer? Would you prefer
Yeah,
Kang
yeah.
recasted, or would you prefer them
Recast.
to move on to the next villain?
Just recast them. Look how easy we moved on from War Machine. Does everyone remember that? And that was like a completely different actor. Like they wouldn't even try to find someone similar. Like it was just like, yeah, fuck it. Like this actor should have been the actor from the start. And we don't even remember. It was Terrence
Terrence
Howard. Terrence
We
Howard.
remember.
Howard.
Some of us remember.
I remember.
He fumbled the bag big time. He would have had his own show, his own movies, like everything. He fumbled.
It was
the
about
bag.
money too, right?
Yeah, it was about money.
Yes, he felt like
I
his
don't-
character should have gotten more money, and I don't disagree with him. I just think that it wasn't his time to cook. Like it was like, wait, like just give it 2 more movies, and your character's gonna be that character that we pay. Like Robert Downey Jr. is gonna be the character we pay for Iron Man. Like,
Right.
it's not your movie. Sorry. Like,
Yeah.
but
So who do we want? Will Smith?
no, Terrence
No.
Howard.
Terrence Howard. Yeah.
You want Terrence Howard as Kang?
Yes.
Bring him back. That's my main point here. It's his time to shine.
I'm not mad at the Will Smith casting. I just think Will Smith has way more things. Will Smith is not the right move.
All right, but
Actually,
No.
I have an addendum right now.
mm,
Damian Porter. I think that's his name. The original Thanos actor.
oh, okay.
Bring him back as Kang.
I'm fine with that.
Good. But Kang could literally be anyone, though.
He could, yes. That's the best part is he really could be.
I had a Will Smith joke actually. What was it? I think I got it. Wouldn't it be a slap in the face to bring in someone else who got in trouble for assault? Wouldn't it be a slap in the face to have Will Smith? It wasn't good.
He didn't hit a woman. He hit Chris Rock.
Yeah. Which, yeah.
That's bad. That's bad. Don't cancel me. It was a joke.
Yeah, I don't know. I
All
think
right.
they should recast him, but I also feel like we could get Doom a lot sooner now. because of
Doom
it.
or the Beyonder. Those are the two names that keep get thrown out. Doom or the Beyonder. Doom or the Beyonder. Both are good. Both are fine. I feel
I
as
think
though
that-
Doom would be the most fitting.
I think the we're lucky in a way with who the character is because of how many alternate like he's multiversal. Like he could just be, oh yep, I'm Kang. It's like, oh well, and they could even make a joke. I think they even made a joke. In who was it? I think it might have been Iron Man.
Iron Lad?
War Machine, where they were like, "Oh, you look a little different than you did before," or something.
Yeah,
something like
they
that.
could.
Yeah. So I think they could easily do something like that. Like Ant-Man's like, wait, you don't look like him. Like, or like something like that. So nice ear period. Is that your note?
So
but yeah.
I think that if you cancel everything in Kang, it sets this precedent that you didn't believe in it in the first place. So why were we seeing it? Why were we doing a Kang at all? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I do think recasting is the right thing to do because it's kind of like this guy made a mistake and he loses his role.
We shouldn't punish the character for it.
Yeah. Like everyone wants the character. There's fans of like he goes away and maybe, hear me out. Disney's got money, right? Spend the money, create some jobs, and let's do a little work and replace them some places where they can get away with it, where it's not too hard.
How fucked would it be if they pulled a Red Skull on Kang?
Reds.
Because in Infinity War, the
Mhm.
actor who played Red Skull was not the original actor who played Red Skull.
It was the guy from Walking Dead. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. So what if they have someone who looks very similar to Jonathan Majors, but in the Kang suit, like with the helmet, or as Rama Tut, or as Silver Centurion, like just the face looks slightly different. Like that would be
Or just-
enough.
Or moving forward, like exactly that. Just like he's always with the helmet and a more profound helmet, and maybe the CGI idea and throw the helmet on him more. I mean, no one's really gonna go back and watch Ant-Man 3, so
True.
maybe don't worry about that one. But like Loki,
Just
fix
fully
him.
change him. Just fully change him. It
Yeah,
won't be a
you're
big
right,
deal.
You're right.
It won't be a
All
big
right.
deal. We'll get over it quick. We want Kang. It doesn't matter if it's Jonathan Majors or not.
I
Really
just want to
doesn't.
say, sorry, we did a good job. This was a hard one. This was a hard topic. We did a good job.
We
Let
did a
the record
questionable
show.
job.
We did a
We tried
question.
our best. We tried our best. We didn't shy away from it.
I did a good job. I don't know
Well-
about Jeremiah and me did a good job.
Hats off-
Kyle
hats off
and
to all.
Dimitri may not be on the show next week.
You know what?
I'm just saying. The
One of
guilty
us
grip-
defended him.
We might have to keep Kyle in the back just doing the editing and Dimitri I don't know. We might actually have to replace you with AI. But I wish you guys the best in your new roles in the future.
All right, maybe let's go away from. Oh, there's actually one more funny comment from this. Everyone remember Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh, I sent you that.
Maybe you should say. You should
No.
say it.
No,
No, you should
absolutely
say it.
not. I'm not gonna say it.
No, you're gonna
Someone
say it.
should say it.
The post was Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder, recasted as Kang.
That's the best one.
For all the reasons, just no.
That is the best one. Way too
That is
overpriced, but that
perfect.
is the best one.
Yeah.
All right, let's not talk about this
So
anymore.
we
Let's
kind of
move
did everything,
on
but
to collection acquisition.
yeah, collection acquisition. I think Jeremiah was the only one that bought something. So
I
Jeremiah, take us
love
away.
it. It's been a while since I've been on. All right, it's been a while since I've been on, and a lot of shit happened. I am not a Kickstarter dude that often. I don't contribute to Kickstarter all that often. But a year ago, I contributed to a Kickstarter because I saw an ad and was really excited about it for a new board game called Age of Comics: The Golden Years. And I got the collector's edition. And it is a worker management tabletop game where basically you go around New York City and make a comic book company. And
Hold on. I'm stopping you there. You just made that up. There's no board game that is worker management. What
it's
is
a worker management board game.
What do you mean worker management?
Like you hire people and then you put them doing specific things.
Okay, so you bought a board game to basically be the boss of the people in the board game?
Yeah, but like the best part is it's like it's about the golden age of comics. So there's like horror comics and war comics and romance comics. No, wait. You're not getting to I'm getting to the best part. So like you do all the work and you make like this great comic, and then there could be a ripoff. Like you can just steal the ripoff idea and produce your own and not have to do any of the work. It's great because there's like what was the best one? Angel of Liberty becomes Wings of Liberty, and Wild Annie becomes Wild Jenny.
Oh,
like it's really cool. I'm really excited. There is a single player mode. I refuse to play it until I play the multiple player mode. So I haven't played it yet because my wife hasn't lost a bet with me yet to where she will play it with me.
I mean, we could play on stream. I'm willing. Try it out.
Me too.
Oh boy, I'm excited now.
We could do it on stream if you just if you tilt the camera and
just an extra
I'm
camera.
down.
Yeah,
like
I have
phone
an extra
pointed
camera.
at it.
Let's plan for that in the new year.
Okay.
We're gonna play Age of Comics on stream. All right, and then two other things that I bought. One older, and then one I had to get, and I'll get into the story of that. When it comes to comic supplies, I love BCW. All my boxes are BCW. All my bags are BCW. I don't like their boards.
What is BCW?
It's a supply company where there's some like bags and boards and comic boxes, long boxes, short boxes.
Gotcha. I thought it was like a type of never mind.
Anyways, a few years ago, they came out with like comic boxes like Vampirella and X-Men and Avengers, and they've been rolling these out pretty regularly for the last few years. But the original short box that had comic book characters on was this one from 1980. I want to say it's 1981.
That's cool.
This is an original short box. It's actually like really tiny. Did not fit super many books. I think you can fit 25 books in here. 25 bagged and boarded, 50 loose. You got Arthur Adams.
Comics fit in that?
Yeah, it's current books would fit in it. Arthur Adams Wolverine, a John Buscema, and John Romita Sr., and then you got Spidey on top here. Well, so Spidey these are just fun. There's a Spider-Man version as well. These are just really hard to find. I only paid $10 for it because it's definitely beat up, but it's cool, and I wanted to show it off. And then
That's
last
cool.
but not least, I am not a pop collector, but there's exceptions. And exceptions are when they take Paulo Rivera's most famous comic book panel ever
I was gonna guess what it was.
and,
But I don't
and
have
make
to
it
now.
into a pop.
You opened it.
So of course I opened it, but I got one that's
Oh.
not opened either. So
Nice. Is it the same figure?
it's the same figure, yeah. It's same exact.
Oh, I don't know. One says it's Chase. Oh no, it's just a hot
No,
topic.
it's a Hot
Yeah.
Topic exclusive. In the moment that I saw that it was a Hot Topic exclusive, I ordered it.
I'm surprised you didn't get the Chase. The Chase
There isn't
has
one.
him in a fuzzy sweater.
I wish that'd be cool if they did a flocked version. I would get
Mm.
multiple of them if they did a flocked version. My fun fact about this is from issue 7 of volume 3, the I'm Not Daredevil sweater at the Halloween
I
party.
own that.
I want to say that it's page 11, but I think I'm off by a page or two.
You would.
Years ago, I asked Paulo where he came up with the idea for the I'm Not Daredevil sweater. Was it him or was it Mark Waid? And he admitted to me it was neither. It was Paulo's wife who thought it'd be funny. And she has created a meme that has now lasted 11 years that is referenced pretty regularly and now is in bobblehead form. So
I like it.
yeah. That was my
I like
collection acquisition.
That's it. I don't think anyone grabbed anything. Did you grab anything?
My
Kyle?
order is held up.
Hmm.
I ordered a Santa suit, and I was gonna wear it today. Didn't come in the mail. So sorry. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I didn't buy anything. It's just I picked up all my comics and that was it. I've been trying not to spend all my money. It's really hard. So, but yeah.
We have trivia, I believe.
Trivia?
I don't know if we do.
Didn't we want to do trivia?
Jeremiah, you
Not this
always want
week.
to do trivia.
Of course, I always want to.
We
No,
have
we're
trailer
not.
talk, which is just Blade, the video game.
Did anyone else watch
Um,
that? 'Cause it's kind of not much. to
Yeah,
take.
I don't.
I did not see it. No.
It looked like Fortnite graphics.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not gonna probably buy it.
I'm on the fence personally because
Eh,
I really wanted that type of game, like a Arkham
God
kinda
of
graphic
War
style?
slasher.
So
Just to do the same thing you're doing with Wolverine and just make it Blade. But no, they decided to make it like kind of like the What If series, the new What If TV series, like that art style,
yeah,
where they
okay.
kind of look realistic, but they're not. They're cartoons. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be the game that we're looking for, but it is what it is. Another show that's came out. I don't know if you watched the trailer, but Yu Yu Hakusho. It's a anime that's been made live action on Netflix. So I watched the trailer actually right before I hopped on, and looks really good. I'd never really watched the show, but there are people that are big fans of Yu Yu Hakusho, so we have to check that out at some point. But that's it. That's all I got. That's the trailer talk. What's next, Kyle? What do you want to sort out of here, and what am I actually reading?
I'm still working on Jujutsu Kaisen. Still working on it. Got a few more, I think. They're still coming out, right?
Yeah. So what scene are you at this point?
Oh man, can't put me in a spot like that. The lady, okay, I got it. The lady with the hammer. She got sucker punched in the jaw, and she did not get up for a long time. She got hit real
Okay.
hard, and she just was like couldn't get up, just like waiting for that revive. And then there was the blood fight. That was pretty nuts. So I'm just finished that.
in the bathroom.
Yeah. The blood fight in the bathroom. Yeah, spoilers. There's a fight and there's blood, and it's in the bathroom. Spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's all we're giving you. Blood fight in the bathroom.
And just real quick, I watched Leave the World Behind. It was a sci-fi on Netflix. It
Really? I was hoping it was good.
wasn't bad. It just lacked substance. Like, I understand that was the point, to kind of like less was more, to make you feel like uncomfortable and scared as if you were in the movie. I get that, but they needed a little more. It just, and then the ending was very
Lackluster.
just left you to assume, and it was just like, okay, thanks. What about his teeth though? So yeah, and then I watched Barbie because it came onto HBO for free, and I thought it was pretty good. I
I'm
think the
glad you
best
mentioned
part
it.
was the song, the Ken song. Did you watch it?
It's a
I
good
thought it was
movie.
good.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen
I
it.
watched it. I paid $5.99 for it on
You
Amazon
rented it.
the day before it dropped on HBO.
You gotta Google those things first, Pierre. You gotta-
So
What?
I
Was it worth the $5.99?
it was good. It was a good show.
Yeah.
A good movie.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, so my one complaint is it
It
felt
was cute.
a little closed. Didn't the world feel a little closed? Now I understand there's two worlds, but it just overall felt a little
You mean
small.
the movie about action figures from Mattel felt
Yeah.
small?
Yes, but even like
Okay.
when they
Just wanted
left,
clarification.
when they left that world, it just felt a little like the environments they were in were very. It was like there's here for a second, there's here for a second, and the rest is like here, and there's literally like 3 toy houses, and we're in that same spot. That was my one complaint. I
So-
wanted to feel like a bigger world.
Barbie Land was definitely a lot smaller, and that's fine. I think again,
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be like, to me, it was like sitting on a carpet in like a kid's room, like having all your houses
Yeah.
around you and all your toys around you. That's it. That's what it felt like, and everything else felt small too. But I don't know. I don't really want to talk about Barbie that long. We're like breaking it down. I thought it was good. I watched it with my fiance. That was it. It's a good movie. And they're setting up a universe there probably at some point.
Yeah, they're doing something.
Mattelverse.
Back to Leave the World Behind.
Mm.
We're like aware, like we're in that era, right? We're like there was a vampires era, there was a zombies era. Like we're in that era.
The post-apocalyptic.
But
yeah, but like
real
I'm already
possibilities. That's the
Yeah,
era we're in, of like things that are actually probably going to happen. Like that's the era.
but I'm already fatigued by it. I didn't even see the movie. I'm already fatigued by that era of. So I might just sit this and the next following movies like this out. I just don't
That's
find
fair.
them too interesting.
That's
They're
fair.
interesting
I
enough.
I like them a lot. So
I started Murder at the End of the World.
was that any good?
On Hulu. The
How was
first
that?
2 episodes,
Very
fantastic.
interested.
Fantastic. I often look at my phone watching TV, which I know is bad, and my wife hates it, but I couldn't look at my phone. I was glued to the
Okay.
2
You're
episodes.
that
we
type of
watched.
person, aren't you?
I'm a piece of shit. We know this.
That's
This
the
isn't new
worst
information.
person. That
Depends
is the
what we're
worst
Talk,
type of
hello.
person. That
Hi, Comic
we
Talk.
gotta have a talk with your wife.
Sorry,
That is the
we're
worst type
getting
of
deep.
person.
So Jeremiah, if
I
you
hate
like,
that so much.
if you like that show, which I didn't see that show yet, but I plan to, the OA on Netflix, you got to check that out.
Yeah, that's one that's on the list as well. But Murder at the End of the World was literally the opening scene. Kind of gives you a reason to not pay attention, like purposely, and then it just draws you in and it doesn't let you go. Like it was that good, because it immediately just asked a bunch of questions and then gave you one answer, and you follow the thread. So I'm really excited to see where that goes. I think all the episodes are out. No, not all the episodes are out. That's why we didn't binge it. But yeah, I do want to watch more of that. Something else that I want to mention, Comic Talk, please check the CGC scandal right now. You might be interested. And secondly, a GoFundMe has been started for the comic book writer Paul Jenkins. Now, Paul Jenkins has written plenty of comics. Right now, his most notable work probably Inhumans run with Jali, and he created Sentry, and so we're going to be getting Sentry eventually. He's been in massive amounts of frivolous lawsuits by one individual who I don't know. I didn't do enough research into who the individual is, but has racked up over $300,000 in legal bills at the same time that his wife was battling a brain disease and got surgery. So he could use our help. GoFundMe is out there. You can find it on the Rivera collection. But yeah, he wrote Paulo's first ever sequential work in a Spectacular Spider-Man book. So it's my connection to him, at least. I love his writing. He wrote all of Mythos. His Inhumans run is great. The best thing is he's not a comic book reader, so when he writes comics, he writes it like a novel, which is why most of them are really, really good. But don't do drugs, kid. Sentry's not that cool. That's how he got his abilities. He was a heroin addict who kept like making this scientist make him heroin, and like one time the scientist decided to just do an experiment, and Robbie's like, I need my drugs, and he just took it and became the Sentry. Like, drugs are what made the Sentry the Sentry. It also is what made the Void. But
Is that still canon?
Is that
is 100% canon.
Jesus.
and they're gonna use that? You think?
I don't know if they'll use that.
'Cause that seems a little dark for Disney Plus. Even though they're starting to accept R-rated films, I just don't know.
I did not
about
watch
that.
Cloak and Dagger. I don't know if their drug usage giving them powers was used in the TV show for Freeform.
I don't remember.
I'm not a
Um,
fan of giving like different storylines, like not grabbing from comic book sourcing, right? Like if you're not grabbing from the original source, I don't necessarily like that. But for this situation, I feel like they should.
You'll have a
like-
pass. Dude, I was
This-
livid that Purple Man's name was fucking Kevin. Oh man, I hadn't been so mad in so long.
That made me really mad too, actually.
Wait,
Because
what?
Pierre, do you know Purple Man's real name in comics?
No, obviously, I don't even know who Purple Man is.
Oh, I want to
Jessica Jones? You didn't watch Jessica Jones?
You didn't watch Jessica Jones?
I didn't watch Jessica. Why was his name Kevin and Jessica Jones?
Yes, his name was Kevin in Jessica Jones, and I wanted to.
They didn't call him
strangle-
Purple Man at all.
They called him Purple Man, but his real name in comics is Zebediah, and
Oh,
it
they
went
just
from
called him Kevin.
Zebediah to Kevin.
Why?
That's annoying. Yeah.
I don't know.
Why?
I would have been happy with Zach because he has been called Zach in the comics before, and Zach's a lot closer to Zebediah than Kevin.
Zeb. Like just
Yeah.
Zeb.
Zeb.
Like, it just shortens. Like yeah.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
no,
Zeb
that's
Wells'
pretty bad.
real name is Zebediah.
I don't know. All right. Yeah, I didn't know that actually.
Thank you,
Kevin.
Comic Talk.
So going right into comics, pull or pass, Kyle. Looks like you read one book this week.
No, I read a few. They just were connected.
Okay. So you want to talk
So-
about Batman Gotham War?
So Red Hood is a little bit of a brat, and he didn't listen to Catwoman, and some people got hurt, and I don't know which issue it happened in because I guess I didn't read it. It was some other connected storyline, but
Love when that
Batman
happens.
Batman drugged Red Hood so that he has fear now. So he like made him have fear, and he's very upset about it because he has like crippling fear, and he's supposed to like be Red Hood. And everyone's really mad at Batman because they were like, "That's not not something we do. You don't
Yeah,
drug people."
especially the Red Hood. Like, I mean, he's seen enough trauma because of Batman.
Well,
Like,
Batman
all
was
the
mad.
Robins.
He's like, "You keep killing people, so you gave me no choice." And he's like, "You drugged me." Like, what?
It sounds
So-
That
not
is
cool,
not a-
but funny as fuck.
Yeah. So they're
This
like
is akin to
accusing
date
Batman of
rape.
being. No, it's
Right?
No, it I missed the issue though. Like I don't know which Gotham War it tied into, if it was Catwoman.
He just
Batman
dosed
is
him like
slowly
Dexter.
he's becoming a really bad character.
Well,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
new.
He isn't
the-
becoming. It's been a
pushing.
while.
It's what's his name? Zor
Yeah.
L. What is it?
I guess it's
Am I-
more transparent than
Purple,
it's
yellow,
ever been.
red suit.
Zur and Ra.
So everyone
Batman of
thinks
Zur
that
and Ra.
that personality is taking over, and like they keep accusing him of that, and he's like, no, no, no. But like that voice is in his head, but that voice did not tell him to do this. So like, yeah, he's got voices, but that's not what pushed him
He
there.
came up
So,
with that one on his own.
yeah, so it's a little weird. I missed something too. But yeah, I've got to read more of that, I guess.
So he's always kidnapped children. He subjected them to, really bad situations. And now he just drugs people. So friends and foes. The White Knight series, he drugs Joker.
But he's
So
not a
this
murderer.
Right.
But he's not a murderer. Nope, that's for sure.
There is a line I will not cross.
Yeah. I don't know what to say anymore about that, man.
Pierre, what did you read this week?
So I read Kill Your Darlings 3 and 4. It's so good.
No spoilers.
It's so good.
I have to go to the shop.
I'm not gonna. They do a great job of blending just horror and I don't know, thriller, adventure with cartoony, lovable characters. Like it almost feels like this is the best way to describe it. Roger Rabbit. It feels like Roger Rabbit,
Okay.
but in like a more medieval type of vibe, right? Because like there's swords and shit like that. There's not, it's not a detective or anything like that running around a city. But yeah, it's really good. So everyone needs to check it out if you haven't already. Pick it up. I 100% see this being picked up as a movie on Netflix or something at some point. Without a doubt, it's such a creative idea. So, and then kudos to everything, the art. What's it called? Bob
Q.
Dr. Bob. I only remember it was Dr. Bob now. But yeah, incredible work that he's done on the book. So I gotta definitely give him his respect on what he's did on that book. I actually want to check out more things he's done because of this, because of how good his art is. Who knows? Maybe I'll grow an addiction to him, just like Jeremiah has with Paolo. I almost said Pablo. The other book I read is Miles Morales 13. Gang War is here. So, what's that? Okay. I was just saying. So he actually worked on Spirit.
I don't spin it all, so this is the only time I want to been in my pocket. Also, there's nothing in it.
So Gang War is happening right now in like the Spider-Man books. So it's a crossover event with all of them.
It's crossing over with a bunch of books. Daredevil's getting a one-shot Gang War.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like the event. I think it's stupid. So.
No Man's
Can't wait for it to be over.
No Man's Land Marvel. That's what it seems like it's going to be.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I can't wait for it to be over because it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere.
Okay.
How do we feel about Marvel Miles having a sword?
I like it.
Of course you do. You like anything with Miles.
Okay, so he has an electric sword.
Yeah, he's manipulating the electricity.
That's our baby boy right there.
Do you know who else has an electric sword? Exo Manowar. He's had it for a long time. Just saying.
Maybe it's homage to that. Okay, so now
if it is, I will give Cody Ziegler head. I don't think it is.
Still live. Still live.
I might sound like I don't like it. I actually do like it. I actually did like it, and I think it's kind of cool because it's just more and more why he's different from just Peter Parker, and cooler, honestly. Like he can do so much more. So
and not a bad friend. Peter Parker's a bad friend.
Oh my fucking God.
Bad friend. He is a bad friend. Definitely. I also read the original X-Men #1. So I just waved that cover around. This is a variant cover, which Jeremiah, you already know which cover it's supposed to be, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's an homage to X-Men 1.
Yep. So it's a cool story. It's the original X-Men, and they get pulled into the future a future alternate reality of themselves to stop something from happening. And I
That
don't
was
want to
all
spoil
new
too much.
X-Men. Are they just rehashing all new X-Men? That was
What do you mean?
literally the plot to Brian Michael Bendis' all new X-Men. Was the
So all
original
the-
team got pulled into the future.
Right.
Remember.
They mentioned that. They mentioned it. They mentioned how their memories got wiped and they got put back. And now this force, Clue maybe, is pulling them back in to use their help to help this other universe. And then they come back to her and they're like, we don't want to remember any of this. Like, just send us back. Like, that was too much. So they go back. And now this is a setup to the team of Wolverines that we're going to be getting in the future. So with the last page, and I'll show it just for clipping purposes. The last page.
Age of Apocalypse. Wolverine.
Yeah.
Weapon
Age of
X.
Apocalypse. Weapon X. So
Alright.
that's going to be setting up the Weapon X-Men miniseries coming in March.
Weapon X-Men. I kind of like that.
Weapon X-Men. I like it. I'm actually excited for that book. But this book was good. I would actually like. I feel like it was a one shot. I don't think they're going to be like doing much more with this one. I think it was just to like set that up and start like buzz going with it.
Let's rehash an old story just so we can get a new team of Wolverines.
I'm with it.
The
I'm with
Weapon
it.
X-Men, Jeremiah.
The Weapon
Weapon-
X-Men. And the last book I read was Marvel Zombies 3, which, again, if you've heard me on the stream here, it's just a bunch of mini stories that they've kind of put together. It's usually 3 of them. And this one had a Peach Momoko story to start it all off. And hers was nice just because it was totally different from the other ones. This one, Jeremiah looks like he wants to say something.
Dude, her new exclusive Detective Comics cover. Holy shit. I sent it to you, Kyle.
Oh, that one?
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Peach is really, in my opinion, hit or miss. Most of the time she puts out bangers. Sometimes she drops the ball. But this one was like the greatest cover I've seen in a very long time. Like, just as a comic cover, as a Batman comic cover, it is certified banger.
I'm definitely looking it up right now.
I want to say it's Detective
Oh, yeah.
172. I mean, 1072. Yeah. Oh my god.
Can't even see it. Kyle, you'll put it on there. That's a really good comic.
Thank you.
Just
Thank you.
holy shit.
Nope. I might have to buy that. Peach Momoko, though, good story on that. The what's it called?
Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, Marvel Zombies. It was good. It was just totally different story from what Marvel Zombies normally is. So this was just her own like mini universe.
She does a really good take with that. She had a story in Miracle Man Zero, which I think, if I'm remembering correctly, there was no dialogue to. So you'd love it, Pierre. And it's Peach just being Peach within the Miracle Man universe. It was only 6 pages, but it was wonderful. Like, obviously beautifully illustrated. But she does a really good job with being put in a box and then thinking directly out of it in a wonderful way. So
yeah, it was nothing that we've like seen before in Marvel Zombies. So it was cool. Good story. Check it out. And that's it. That's all I read. Anyone
Can I
else?
just say-
Anyone else got things? Huh?
I'm just gonna say when Pierre branches out from this, because he's the favorite, what if it was Too Many Boxes with Pierre?
there we go.
That's a name right there.
Solo show. Pierre solo show. Too Many Boxes.
Nope.
Moving company
doing
with
that.
Pierre.
Still
I'll
produced.
cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just cameo. Otherwise,
We'll do cameo porn.
Oh, okay.
Call back. Call back to the earlier part of this stream.
All right. We have
So
rumors.
we have a bunch of rumors.
Bunch of
Let's
rumors.
do it, I
Still
guess.
go-
Rumor too?
We're not done. We're gonna finish all of this.
That's it. This is it. This is. I'm going right now. Warner
right,
Bros.
go
and Paramount. What else do you have to say?
No, I'm saying do it. Like I'm trying to like. Get you going here.
This is past my time. Warner Bros. And Paramount reportedly discussing a merger.
Ooh. I don't know what that means
Okay.
for DC Comics, but it'd be interesting.
I think they're probably going to get DC.
Well, if it's
Like
if
the
it's a
No, like
merger,
HBO Max. Well, oh yeah. So I guess HBO Max and Paramount Plus, maybe.
Would be one.
I wonder if
Yeah. Get
it back from
antitrust is going to
Tubi.
step in.
I bet you Paramount Plus has been so shit that they're like, all right, we need to make Max our main thing. I don't think
They're
people
just-
have. Who has Paramount
They
Plus?
get like hot releases. Like they got like the new Transformers like a month after it came out. Like really quick turnaround, but that's about all they get.
Yeah. Next up, Daredevil and Ant-Man will reportedly be in Marvel's Spider-Man 4.
Let's go. What's Ant-Man doing there? No idea. But Daredevil, let's go.
Hanging out.
Ant-Man's a little weird.
So this means they're trashing the idea of like the Sonyverse for the Spider-Man 4 movie.
If this is true, yeah.
If this is true, yeah. Rumors. So.
Yeah, I mean it's all
They
the way
should.
down the line.
Oh yeah, they should. Yeah.
They should,
Definitely.
but yeah,
Yeah.
this is a better idea than that.
Madeline Klein is currently in the running for Supergirl. If you don't know the name, Glass Onion, The Outer Banks.
Who is she in Glass Onion?
I have no idea. I never watched either one of those things. So thanks for
You
those
haven't
references, Scott.
You haven't watched Knives Out? Glass Onion? Have you watched Knives Out?
Oh yes.
I just not even
Yes.
the first one.
You guys haven't watched the. Oh my
No.
fucking god!
I started
I
to.
have actually.
It wasn't my
Yeah.
fault.
No, they're
I
good.
wanted to watch
You
it.
should watch them. You should watch it. It's a good movie.
They're both amazing. I mean, the original's better than the sequel, but they're both amazing. Like if
I don't know
Knives
which one
Out
I
one is
watched,
a
but I watched
10,
one of them.
Glass Onion's a 9. Like they're both
Okay.
insanely good.
John Cena posted an image of Deadpool 3.
This
What was
is
this
nothing.
image,
John
Goff?
Cena posts images of a bunch of random shit. Like this doesn't mean fucking anything.
He does post a bunch of random shit. I followed his Instagram page and I really, because I was looking, I forgot what. Oh, I don't even want to say what I was looking for. So people were talking about his bald
Inspiration?
spot, and I was like, no way, this is no way that he has this bad bald spot.
He
So I
does.
was looking at his Instagram page for that bald spot, and I couldn't find it. And I'm like, I don't even think this is his page. Like it's so random. Man, we can't even see him. Yeah, so I was on his Instagram page and I was like, it was so random that I really thought it was just like a fan page. Like I was like, oh, this
Yeah,
is
no,
Cena's
it does look like a
actual
fan
page.
page. If you
Yeah.
like John Cena content, I suggest John Wooster of the Mountain Goats. His Instagram, very similar, except for way more offensive.
Yeah, so I can confirm he does have a bald spot. Next, a trailer for Deadpool 3 is being rumored to debut during the big game.
I'm assuming the
Kyle,
Super
what?
Bowl is what you're referring to?
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
think
yes.
we
no,
can say
it's
that.
terrible.
Legally, you're supposed to say the big game.
Really?
Jeremiah, you're so
NBC's
canceled.
the Super Bowl. Is it NBC this year? Who has it this year?
That's it. The whole stream's gonna have no volume now. Thanks.
Why are we getting
No
rumors?
audio.
I mean, what? Because
There's
we
a trailer.
say the bowl
There's a
super.
trailer. It's gonna be during the big game. There's gonna be a trailer.
The big
Deadpool
game.
3.
We'll
The
see
big game.
Deadpool 3 trailer,
Deadpool 3.
perhaps.
Why can't
Yeah.
we say the bowl super?
It's trademarked.
Because yes.
It's
never
why
heard
you
of this?
can't say like why you can't use the Olympic rings or anything like that.
So we can't
They're
say
gonna take-
Deadpool then. Isn't Deadpool trademarked? Or
It's a
Spider-Man
whole
or
different
Marvel
thing.
Or
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
the same.
Public domain, free use, parody,
gotcha.
completely different.
Yeah. Yeah.
During the sports.
There
Deadpool
you
3
go,
will
you got
be out during the sports. 2 new Peaky Blinders spin-offs are reportedly in development.
Still need to watch that show.
Yep,
It's
never
one of my
watched
top.
it.
It's top 10, maybe top 5. And you know how I am. Not nice.
If Pierre said it was in his top 5, I'd avoid it. But
It's in my top 5. Mr. I almost said Minister. Minister
Mister.
Sinister. Minister Sinister reportedly the main villain in the MCU's upcoming X-Men movie, Mr. Sinister.
Boo. Boo.
I don't want to see him at all.
Boo.
He'd be doing weird stuff.
Put him in the Deadpool
Yeah.
movie. That's what I
I
want
don't
him
know
in.
if it
Put him in
works.
a villain against Deadpool. That's where we got to put him.
Fuck no.
Wait,
Aquaman.
I didn't know Aquaman 2 was out tomorrow.
So I asked Pierre,
Ooh.
I said, do you want to like go and see it? Like I know it's gonna be bad. And you know what Pierre did? He didn't answer. There's just nothing. So
I'm going to
No,
see
I'm
Iron
not
Claw.
going.
I really cannot wait to see Iron Claw.
Me too. I want to see that.
Let's all watch the Zack Snyder canceled Star Wars movie that's on Netflix.
that's next week, right?
No, it's out already, I think. No?
Oh, I think 22nd. I think it's like meant to be like a Christmas time.
Oh, okay.
Which we're close.
Well, I want to watch it. Also, What If is coming out next week. Just saying.
And to end
right.
this very long stream, Pierre.
Last thing, Ryan Gosling is in talks to join the MCU in an unknown role.
I'm glad we waited.
Panelid's live stream.
All
I
right.
wonder
who do
who's
we
going
want?
to be cast as. It's not like he asked
Ghost
for
Rider.
a role years ago or
Who
a
did-
year ago.
What did he ask for?
Ghost Rider.
Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider?
He asked
No,
for
it doesn't work. He should
He's
be
giving
Kang.
me serious Cyclops vibes.
He asked for it, and I think he's going to get whatever he wants.
Kang.
No.
Kang.
Oh.
No,
All right.
he would do a very good Ghost Rider, but he would have to be like which Ghost Rider? Not the first one, the second one. What's his name?
And which one's that?
I don't know. I
That's
don't
a
know
trap.
their names.
It's
I
a
just
trap
know
here.
their, I
That's
just
the
know the
trap
order.
here.
Don't stay up here.
I-
He's a trap.
I just know the order of the
Trying to
the
trick
Ghost
you.
Riders.
The one that
But I
rides the
know it's the
motorcycle.
second one.
Oh, the one that rides the motorcycle? Yeah, that one. Yeah. Danny catches
No,
the
the one-
second Ghost Rider.
Yeah, he would do a good Danny Ketch.
He would do
I
it.
also didn't like that book, for the record. Didn't like the book.
That one, what came out like a few months ago, right?
Yeah, I read it. I didn't
Mhm.
like it. I don't like him as I don't like Danny Ketch Ghost Rider at all. But he would do a great job as it.
And with that, Paloid's comic book live stream.
Been live!